Good afternoon, everyone who's joined. Good afternoon. I was just waiting for some people to jump in. I see that there's 3 who's watching now, so we will kick things off. If you want to pop a comment in or a question or just to say hello, yeah, feel free to drop a comment. And if you would like to see anything in particular, just let me know and I'll see what I can do. But yeah, so I've got a few things on the agenda for this stream. It's the first stream of what will be daily Stonksy live streams going live on the YouTube channel. Good afternoon, Rocket Fire. Thank you very much for joining, as you did for the test yesterday. I hope that you can hear me today. I'm sure that you can. Good afternoon, Smurfy. Welcome. Yeah, so I've got a few things on the agenda. The first being, let me just turn the background music off. Let me just see how I can turn this music off. Yeah, there we go. So the background music should be off now. Yeah, so the first thing I want to cover is the 3-minute Bitcoin chart, because this is something that I've been posting a lot of. Not just the Bitcoin chart, but 3-minute, mostly crypto. Proves to be a very good hit rate, especially on Bitcoin, but Ethereum, Solana. So as you can see, just today, so if we scale out, if we go to today, so Stonksy's had along there, opened here, closed. So we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That closed in break even. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 trades so far today on the 3-minute. Hello, Hugo. Thank you very much for joining. Yeah, so just covering the 3-minute chart. So as you can see, if you're a scalper, the 3-minute chart is incredibly successful in terms of hit rate, and providing some decent sized scalps, mixed in with these smaller ones like we have here, and here these small ones. You often get these bigger moves throughout the day. At some point, that was a very nice shot that it caught there. So yeah, the 3-minute chart is something that I've been posting a lot of on the X account, just demonstrating that for anyone who's around in the daytime, or maybe is a full-time trader and stuff, following the 3-minute chart can be extremely successful. I actually did a back test of 100 trades for between the 26th and the 28th of October. And in the 100 trades, Stonksy had a loss rate of just 7%. So, 93% of trades taken out of them 100, it didn't suffer a loss. So yeah, the 3-minute chart, if you're a scalper, or if you're just a day trader, it's proving to be extremely consistent, and a viable option for just following the chart, even without any SR. As you can see on this chart, I've got no SR, got no lines drawn, nothing. So yeah, I've just been following the 3-minute, and it's something I've been posting near daily on the X account. And the hit rate, like I say, is very good. A loss rate of just 7% recently for the back test that I've done of 100 trades. So yeah, the 3-minute chart is definitely one for the scalpers. We can take it further back. Just on this screen here, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and several others. There's another one. There's another one. There's another one. Of trades that it's just hitting every couple of hours, from red to green, or occasionally into the white. But day to day, yeah, the 3-minute chart is proven to be a scalper's dream, really. Does anyone in the chat scalp throughout the day, or are most of you looking for them higher time frame, longer trades, maybe throughout the week? or perhaps even longer. So yeah, so that's the 3 minute chart covered. But if we scroll back to today, I just thought I'd give you a little bit of an inkling as to what I've been looking at recently. Today, obviously, we're looking like maybe it's going to drop down. So if we go to the 15-minute chart, this is where Stonksy had incredible success recently. So it closed out the trade, work full time. Yeah, Smurfy. So yeah, if you're working full time, but you're scalping in your spare time, and you can have the 3 minute chart open while you're working, or maybe when you just sat at home. Yeah, that will be a good thing for you to explore. And I can reveal that we are currently testing alerts for the background change. So hopefully we'll have that release soon, where you will get an alert through like you do when you set a price alert, for when Stonksy maybe changes from red to green, green to red, white to green, etc. Rocket fire, 5 minutes or longer. 5 or 15. So like we're covering the 15 at the moment. Stonksy caught it all the way up from Sunday onwards, on the 15-minute, closed out. The green, obviously, went into this red position, didn't work out, but pretty much break even. So there's nothing on the 15-minute at the moment. But as we can see, it caught this down move, even closed in profit over here. But it caught the big drop on Friday. Rocket fire, have you been using it on the 5 and the 15 a lot? Or how have you found incorporating Stonksy into your strategy? But yeah, so I thought I'd cover the 15 because obviously Stonksy closed this out yesterday. And for the start of the move to the Pico top, it caught just under 10%, and then from where it closed out, just over 7%. Yes, Smurfy, you can, yes. So when you obviously move the background to the above pane, so it goes onto your chart, if you go onto the options, you can change it here. So if you go onto background color, so say if you wanted it blue, you can change the green to the blue, or etc. red. If you wanted it orange or whatever, you can change it to whatever you wish. So yes, you can customize it. All right, okay, Rocket Fire. Yeah, well, hopefully, these live streams will help you. Have you've been watching TMG? Have you watched any of our YouTube videos that we've got on? Because we've started uploading more frequently onto the YouTube. Obviously, I'll be doing the live streams as well. But if you haven't checked out the actual videos yet that we've uploaded, make sure to check them out because they're very helpful. There's a few that have been uploaded recently, but yeah, there's some good information on there on how to set it up and use it. But yeah, to answer your question, Smurfy, yes, you can customize it. All of them. Brilliant. Well, hopefully, we hope to see you on Team Stonksy soon. So the ETH chart is one of these are the ones that I'm going to be covering today. So ETH, again on the 15-minute chart, we had a similar situation to Bitcoin where it took the long late last week, and to the Pico top again, just under 10%, and then just above 6. Just above 6 for the oh no, sorry, that's wrong. That's to the price now. Where was it? Yeah, just above 7. So pretty much the same move as Bitcoin, that it caught on ETH. And again, as you can see on the 15-minute, turned red here, caught the big drop there. If you didn't happen to close it out yourself, you got out still with some profit. Here, same thing. Caught a very good one on the 15-minute up here. Got into red there, caught the drop. sometimes it's about us following your own. If you just have some simple SR lines drawn on, then you can make your own judgment as well. But especially for getting into the trades, Stonksy is superb. But yeah, so that's the ETH trade that it closed out. Early this morning. So yeah, that was another brilliant trade caught by Stonksy over the last few days. And ETH is perhaps looking like it might start to maybe claw back some of that momentum that it's lost, especially over the last year or so. So yeah, Popcat, I believe, was on the 30-minute. So anyone who's a meme coin trader, you can utilize Stonksy as well as you can utilize it in stocks, indices, commodities. If you're a gold trader, if you trade FX, you can utilize it on anything. But yeah, Popcat. So as an example of trading meme coins or trading anything maybe a bit more volatile than Bitcoin and Ethereum and maybe some of the large caps. Again, it got into this really good trade on the 30-minute. Never really went below to the point where it turned green. Just for a slight few occasions, but nothing too much. And then read it all the way up again, Pico top, and then got out with some very nice profit if you're looking to close it at the end of the color change. But yeah, so if anyone's got any questions, just drop them in the chat and we'll run through it, or if you want to look at anything specific. But this is just it's obviously the first live stream, so we'll get into a good rhythm and hopefully see everyone regularly in day to day. But so here's an example of you don't just have to trade Bitcoin with it. You don't just have to trade large caps. Meme coins, anything a bit more volatile. You can just flip through the time frames and see what Stonksy is showing. And then today's biggest gainer in the top 100 is Maker. So as you can see on the 30-minute, we caught it starting on Monday for Maker, and then it's just gone from strength to strength on Maker. Currently, let me go from the top of the close. Currently up 18.4%, and then to the Pico top, just under 20 on Maker. And this is curving upwards. So without looking obviously at the levels to the left, Stonksy's still running with it. And then if we flip down, that's on the 30-minute. If we flip down to the 15, again, same thing. So if you're looking at different time frames, this is a prime example how Stonksy, you don't have to be flicking through every single time frame to catch things. It probably got it in pretty much at the same place. Just slightly before on the 15-minute, couple of percentage before than the 30-minute signal. So maybe a couple of bars beforehand. But so that's the Maker move that it caught, and Maker's still rising. I think it's the top gainer in the top 100 today. So it's making good strides, and Stonksy's caught basically all the move. If anyone's got any questions or anything maybe you want me to look at, just drop them in the chat. But it's fantastic to start doing these, and look forward to doing them every day. It'll be a good daily review of the market and be able to show you guys what Stonksy's saying, and we'll put some dedicated ones in there throughout the week on how to use Stonksy and maybe the best time frames to use it on certain assets and stuff. Sol, you want me to have a look at Sol? Yeah, I can do that. Let's see. I'll pick one maybe that I haven't got anything drawn on. Let's go with the BitGet chart. Shouldn't have anything drawn on that. So let's have a look. So let's flick through. So if we go down to the 3-minute, Stonksy's just loading up. So yeah, again for the scalpers out there, just even looking across today, the hit rate on it. You've got one short there. You got one long there. You got a very good short there, scalp wise, long, long, another short. You get the gist. Another decently sized long there, another one there, and then the move back down. So the 3 minute, for anyone who's a scalper, doesn't just work on Bitcoin. You can apply it to Ethereum, Solana, so on. If you want us to do any more back testing and provide some data, we can. But like I said before, I back tested 100 trades on Bitcoin up from the 26th to the 28th, and the loss rate was just 7% across them 100 trades. So 93 trades out of the 100 didn't suffer a loss. So what do you want me to flick on to? Maybe something on the higher time frame. If we go on to, I haven't prepped Solana, so I don't know exactly what it's been looking like recently. But yeah, here we go. Some other good examples. Opened the long, caught the run up there, second bounce. This is where it will be handy, because I know just off the top of my head, the 180 level-ish is quite strong resistance for Sol at the moment. So this is where applying, just a few simple SR lines will help you, in addition to obviously using Stonksy for your entry and exits, because it come right up to there. And again, got into the short, caught all the drop down. What was that? So the nearly 5% drop. Do you think so, Aaron? I suppose it depends on what maybe your risk implementation is and stuff. So, for instance, if you're doing a 1R, 3R risk management system, it might be, if you've got a smaller account balance, then it will take time to grow that. But I wouldn't say that you need a large balance to trade the 3 minute chart, or maybe some lower time frames. It's just about obviously having a bit of patience and obviously having a bit of a longer term plan, because compounding it is really how you grow an account. So for instance, if you have a small account, say $100, say you've got $100 in 100 USDT in a trading account, and you take in, maybe the 3 minute trades. Yeah, at first, obviously on the 1R, 3R, you're risking $1 to gain $3. But for instance, something like this, you take that 1R, 3R down to the, you close that. That's then you're up to 103, and then as you go on, you compound then, because then that 103 then is on your next trade. But obviously for something like the 3 minute, it tends to be better just to follow the color change instead of plotting in obviously set amount of risk. As long as you're managing your risk and you're not overdoing the leverage and things like that. But it's just about compounding. You grow an account slowly and steadily. If you've got a consistent way to that, you can grow it day to day, or whenever you can trade. You might not get up to the dizzy heights of six figures and things, within a couple of weeks. But if you've got that as a sort of a longer term plan, you can grow a small account to a large one quite quickly in terms of, turning $100 into a significant amount of money. Just about having your risk managed, and just obviously adopting a bit of a longer term approach into how you're doing your trading. But obviously, if you have a larger account, it helps. But you still have to have your risk managed, because if you've got a larger account and you don't manage your risk, that large account can turn into a small account very quickly. But yeah, I see what you're saying. I think yeah, it obviously just depends on each of your your personal situation, how experienced you are at trading, obviously your account size, understanding risk management. Um, yeah, the 30-minute and the 3 hour chart. Yeah, yeah, you've come in. You've come in at a volatile time. Yeah, definitely. Obviously, with Bitcoin resting right below all time high, we could potentially get a deleveraging event. Where it just flushes out a lot of leverage that's in the market on the long side, or potentially a breakout, which could result in an expansive phase to the upside. So yeah, definitely a volatile time at the moment, and depending on where the next move will be. But if you said the 3 hour chart, if we have a look at the 3 hour chart, yeah, like you say, the 3 hour chart caught the Bitcoin move well before the 15-minute. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's just about being patient. And for instance, if you're a longer, sorry, a higher time frame trader, like you say, maybe the 30-minute or the 3 hour, if you're going upwards of there, you don't always have to just sit on your hands and do nothing. Perhaps if you've got a few hours, maybe you could try following on the 3 minute, and even if you bank yourself some small profits, you've still then grew the account a little bit bigger compared to it just sitting there. Obviously, you want to make sure that you manage your risk and you're not maybe going in the size that you would with a higher probability trade. If it's on a higher time frame and it's coming to a key level, say. But if you've got a few hours of your time and you can sit there and watch the 3 hour, and you just say, I'm going to enter with this amount each time. You're not gonna get too much of a loss if it gets like a big spike upwards or downwards, and you can just follow that maybe 3 minute time frame, or if you find another one that suits yourself better in your spare time, then you could maybe just steadily grow your account a little bit more like that. But yeah, like you said, the 3 hour chart, yeah, caught it. So if we go from the candle close there, currently, yeah, it's sat at 12.7 and then up to 15. But for instance, if we take like what I said before, so if we turn Stonksy off and we go to the 1 day, like I said before, even just plotting some simple SR onto your chart can help you massively, because obviously, if we take, there's the all-time high, and we go back down to the 3 hour. Obviously, it got very close, catching obviously the long to the all-time high, but that was obviously approaching a point where it was either going to blast through or maybe we get a rejection. Obviously, in terms of the overall look, it's still consolidating right below it. So as long as we don't get too much of a push down, and if it drops down, it meets demand somewhere. It's not looking bad at all at the moment. Yeah, yeah, because obviously it's a higher time frame trade, isn't it? So yeah, it fired that off, but just plotting a simple SR line like the all time high there. As soon as we got that spike up today, you could say, right, I'm banking all these profits, and then obviously if it gets to breakout, then you look for another trade then. But that's just applying just the most basic of SR lines can aid you in obviously adding your little bit of your own perspective on when to exit trades. But yeah, so far the 3 hours still riding. And yeah, of course, caught pretty much the whole move up after this little bit of consolidation that we got here. Has anyone got any other questions that you would like to fire in? Or yeah, anything that you perhaps want me to look at? But yeah, it's been a good stream so far. We've been on for nearly half an hour. So it's not bad for a first one. I'm sure I'll settle into it more and we'll get a good rhythm going. And yeah, hopefully, if you guys manage to tune in every day, we can get quite a good community going in terms of popping into the live streams. But yeah, while we're here, obviously, for anyone who's just joined, this is the 3-hour Bitcoin chart. Do you ever test? Yeah, so yeah, in terms of the most accurate, obviously it will be dependent on time frame as well. Yeah, so it'd be dependent on time frame, but you know, in terms of Stonksy, yeah, obviously Bitcoin first, but really, you know, it's designed for any tradable asset. You know, it can do crypto, stocks, indices, commodities. You know, it works really well on gold. So it's not really tied to just one asset, but obviously in terms of crypto, yeah, Bitcoin, you know, it is obviously the best because it dictates the rest of the market as well. So yeah, take the market leader, unless it's in a period of consolidation. How often will you stream? So we're going to be looking at streaming Monday to Friday. Obviously that'll be dependent on the market as well. If Bitcoin has moved a couple $100 from the day before, there might not be anything really that I can look at that wouldn't just repeat the day before. But we could look at doing different things in that circumstance. You know, maybe just running through a Stonksy strategy, maybe just showing how to set up Stonksy, stuff like that. But yeah, the aim is to do it Monday to Friday. But you know, anytime that the market comes into a bit of a lull, and Bitcoin's just not moving, and the rest of the market is just, you know, steady away sideways, there might not be too much that we can show. But we can always, you know, scale down to the lower time frames, like I've shown, the 3-minute chart. You know, that will all, even, you know, in this sort of, I shown at the start, you know, the 3-minute chart. This is going obviously sat compared to a higher time frame. You know, this is just going sideways, but you know, the 3-minute, if we scroll down to the 3-minute, you know, all in that grey box, Stonks has been providing shorts and longs all throughout this short period of consolidation that we've been getting. So yeah, there's always opportunities to trade. It obviously just depends on your preference. You know, if you're not much of a scalper, you know, maybe you wouldn't feel confident in scaling down to the 3-minute and following. Will a live trade with Stonksy? I'm not sure. So I don't know whether I'll have, say, you know, an exchange open here. It would be good to do the 3-minute. I think I'll just obviously have to check if that's legal. Just, you know, if it's fine for me to do that and legal for me to do that, then yeah, sure, Judd, we can look at doing that. But yeah, I'll just check with the legal team just to check if I can have an exchange account open here, and be. Yeah, I think it would be good to do on a 3-minute, for sure. So yeah, I will check and come back to you on that. If that's something that you want to see, yeah, I will definitely check for you. Hopefully we can get something like that done. Yeah, paper trading, yeah, I suppose, yeah. Yeah, paper trading. We could definitely do some paper trading. Um, like I went through at the start. I don't know if you was here or not, but we went through. Obviously, you can see at the moment, obviously, but Stonks on the 3-minute has caught a good amount of trades so far today, and obviously that goes through to yesterday. And is still riding the 3-hour time frame. It's closed off on the. I know it's not. Is it closed off on the 15? Yeah, it closed off on the 15. The 30-minute, still riding the 30-minute and the 3-hour. Oops, what have I done there? Let's hope it doesn't. Nope. How do I get off this? I don't know what I've done here. Let me reopen it. Yeah, there we go. Sorry about that. don't know what I did there. But yeah, we'll look at paper trading, Judd. That would be good. Perhaps we can do something like this. We could go through and I'll tell you what, we could even go through and do a live back test on it. Like I mentioned, I did a back test of 100 trades this week. And we could go through and do a live back test, sort of something like this. We could what am I doing? Short position. And we can obviously your short would be your stop loss would be dependent on where the colour closes out. But we could go through and do something like this. Yeah, that would be good. We could just go back through and do something like that, and we'll do sort of a live representation of. And as you can see here, as we're live on this, Stonksy's just closed out. Oh no, it was about to close out the red. It stayed red for this candle. But yeah, so we'll look at that, and if anyone, as we go along, we'll pick up some suggestions and thoughts, and we'll run with that. But yeah, if anyone's got any final questions before we jump off, just fire them in the chat. And yeah, it was a good first one. Yeah, good. Just about getting in the flow of things, isn't it? It's my first time doing a live stream, so yeah, I'm sure we'll get in a nice flow and a rhythm, and we'll be able to jump on every day and just go through the market. I can answer any questions, because there'll probably be some people jump in that don't have Stonksy, and maybe they want to see, how it's used, how it maybe benefit their trading. Maybe they've got some questions and stuff. So it will be beneficial for sure. And obviously these will be staying on the YouTube channel, so anyone can go back and watch them. I'll just give it one more minute to see if any more questions come through. If not, we'll end it there. We've done just over half an hour, so that's not a bad first one. And if you have anything that you would like covered in particular, maybe there's something that comes into your mind tonight, or tomorrow morning before I've gone live, if you just go onto the X account for Stonksy, so it's here, and you just drop me a message. So yeah, just drop the account a message, just say, can you cover this today? Can you look at this? Could you show us how to do this? Then yeah, I'll get it put in the plan. But yeah, if we go through, obviously there's the maker move that we talked about. There's the ETH one. Caught a good 5-minute sol trade yesterday. Obviously TMG's been catching a lot of Stonksy trades recently. But if you don't follow the Twitter, yeah, be sure to go and follow, and tag us, interact with us. Yeah, it'd be great to get more of the community and the users involved in the X account. So on the 3-minute time frame, the flickering. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so it's better to obviously wait for the decision to be made for the candle close, like it is entering. So you want to enter obviously once the color change is set by. So if we go down to the 3-minute again, so obviously after this candle closed, that's when the red is cemented. So then obviously you want to enter there. If you're following it, you don't want to enter like midway through the candle, because as you said, Aaron, it can flicker. That turned the background green for a moment on this pump, but as you can see, it's dropped back down. So you want to go with the concrete background change for following what Stonksy is saying anyway. You don't have to wait for the close if you don't want to, Aaron. If you're happy with the trade, or maybe if you bank some good profit and stuff, close it. Don't feel like you have to keep it open until Stonksy says so. That's where a bit of your own trading and a bit of your own intuition comes in. If you're happy with the profits that are on the table, take them. Don't hesitate in taking them, because obviously profits aren't profits until they're realized. So until you realize them profits, you don't have them. So if you're happy, for instance, on here, you entered this Stonksy trade. If it gets down to say here, and you've got a decent amount of P&L on the table there, take it off. That might be your, depending on your account size. That one trade might get you half of what you're looking for throughout a day or a quarter or something. So yeah, and then there will always be more Stonksy trades on the 3 minute throughout the day. Yeah, 1% a day. Yeah, if you can target that, that's what I was talking about before with the compounding. So 1% a day. At first, it seems maybe a bit tedious and a bit slow, and maybe you're thinking, "Oh, I wish I could grow it faster and stuff." But the power of compounding is you're dealing with a higher amount of money then. So then your 1% risk on what you was taking the day before, if you finished in profit, you've got more money then to then obviously take trades with. So then that quickly grows. Just a snowball pretty much. If you're compounding, snowball rolling down a hill, it gathers more snow, becomes bigger. And then obviously the bigger the mass, the easier it is to then carry on growing. And that's the same for compound trading. I take profit and move the entry. Yeah, that's a good strategy to have, Curve. Yeah, once you've got a decent amount of profit on the table, take your risk off. Because once you're in good profit, the last thing you want to do is the trade to turn against you, and then you end up in a loss when you don't need to. So removing that risk of losing any money, losing any of your trading account, is good practice for sure. So yeah, you've got the right idea there. Move your entry to your stop loss. Move your stop loss to entry, and take a bit off the table, and then you can leave a bit of a runner then if you want to. Right, okay, yeah. I'm not too sure about the fees on Binance on the top of my head, how they compare to other exchanges. But yeah, depending on obviously if you're playing with a lot of margin, then yeah, you can. Well, I suppose it depends on your leverage as well, doesn't it? You don't want to be having too high of a leverage, because then you're obviously borrowing more money from the exchange, which then you pay more fees on. So yeah, maybe it might be something for you to look at, Aaron. Maybe looking at other exchange maker taker fees, or perhaps your leverage, depending on what fees you might be paying now. But yeah, just keep chipping out, like you said. 1% a day. Across a couple months. As long as you do it right and you've got your risk management in, and you're being sensible, and you're not trading for the sake of it. You're trading when there's a good opportunity on the table and stuff. That can that can quickly grow an account. So yeah, thank you very much for everyone who's joined in anyway. And for anyone who's still left at the end. Curve. So the Stonksy alert's being tested at the moment. So obviously we have to do quite a thorough test on it to make sure that they 100% work, because we can't release obviously a defunct product, especially when Stonksy will be updated. I can't give you a time scale, but obviously I can tell you that it's being tested at the moment. So ideally in the next few weeks, as a sort of maximum time frame. Anything beforehand is obviously a bonus, because the sooner that we get the alerts out for the users, the better. So that's obviously at the forefront of the decision making, is and the testing is making sure that it works as it should, and then getting it out to the users as fast as possible. and the community group is the same. That will be out very soon, within the next few weeks. So yeah, that would be good as well, because then we can start to build, more of a community within Stonksy. Everyone can share their ideas, share what they're seeing, looking at on different timeframes and different assets. So it'll be good. It'll be a good place for everyone to sort of just come together, who's trading Stonksy, and help each other out. And then hopefully we'll get more people in the live streams from there as well. But thank you very much for joining, everyone. It was great to have you to join me for my first one, and hopefully I'll see you all tomorrow. If you haven't or yet, hit the notification on the Stonksy YouTube, so you get the notification for when I go live. And anything else, drop the Stonksy X account a message or tag us in your trades. Any questions, drop them under a post. I'll make sure to get back to you. Thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you all tomorrow.